So let's dive into the task and some of the workflow that drives your side as an agent. Because no matter how many properties you list, if you don't have a automated workflow that's keeping track of where each one of your sellers are every step of the way, it's going to be really hard to grow your listing business in an effective manner. So within your iList platform, we have built out a very intuitive task and workflow that is designed to support a single agent or a team structure as these listings come into your platform. So this is the property that we just listed. Okay. This is a not just listed that just came into our dashboard. So this seller just signed up on your platform. You can see on the seller side, it's brand new. It's under review. And on your side, the console side, notice it's in property review, 2%, and the seller has completed all of their questions. As soon as the property hits property review, you as an agent have a few tasks that are populated. You can work tasks from two areas, from within the property or from within your task list. Let's see what it looks like from within your task list. If you click task, it'll open up and notice you have 3 tasks due: assign roles, review the property, and upload a listing agreement. Let's go back to your property. When you open your property, you click task. Notice you have those exact same tasks. So if you're a broker or a team lead, you can actually assign these tasks out to different people on your team and be able to track who's doing what, who has tasks that are past due, and who has tasks that are still open. So it's a great way for you not only to manage your listings, but also to manage how your agents or your support staff is handling your listings. So for this sample sake, I'm going to work the task from right here. First thing I do is come into assign roles. So like I mentioned, I can actually assign people on my team to work different tasks. Now, I only added 1 user in this account, so I'm assigning all tasks or task groups to this 1 user. On every task, you can upload documents and add notes to your team. I'm going to hit save and complete. And notice the task simply goes away. Next task is to review profile. Once the seller gives you all of the information, you as an agent need to come in and review the profile to make sure the information is complete. Notice all of our tasks are point and click, and every task gives you the steps on exactly what you need to do. So to review this profile and make sure it's complete, I'm going to close this task, and I can go into quick edit, full edit. I can look at photos, etc., etc. I go into full edit. And when you open up full edit, notice it opens up a mirror image of all of the information that the seller just provided you. So you can look through every single one of these and say, okay, did the seller give me enough information on market or did they not? If they didn't, you can simply call, text, email them and say, hey, seller, would you mind going into your dashboard and providing this information to me? Or would you give it to me over the phone so I can complete it for you real quick? Either way, you can make it quick and easy on you and the seller. So for sample sake, I'm going to say, yes, everything is complete. Seller did a great job. Save and complete. When that task goes away, notice you have a few more because the system knows you're progressing along. Listing agreement task. Every field that's in gray is actually populated by the seller. So what do? You create your state listing agreement, have the seller sign it, and you upload it to this specific task right here. I'm going to come in here and say this listing agreement is going to expire on July 31st. So now 5 days prior to this, I'm actually going to get a notification in my system that says, hey, you have a listing agreement that's about to expire. Your iList platform keeps track of every property, every task, and every due date for you. I can come in here and I can upload a sample file. So I can come in here and say, yep, that's my listing agreement. It'll upload it for me. And I can say, execute a listing agreement, save and complete. Once I save and complete this task, I come in and I look at my next task list, which is going to be my agent price opinion. Okay. Now, up until this point, the seller has done everything. This is the price the seller set. This is the price that your automated system gave them. So you as an agent, you need to come in and validate this price now. So you have a task. that basically tells you, hey, run comps and establish this value. I'm going to say, yes, I did this. And I think this house is worth, we'll say 405. Okay, I can upload comps here if I like, and I can type a note in to my team right here. Comps is 405. Okay, and I hit save and complete. Now notice when I save and complete that, it launched a marketing score for me. So if I refresh my screen, notice we have the seller's price, we have my price, we have the automated value price, and now we have a marketing score. The marketing score is at a 75 currently, which is not good, and we'll dive into that in 1 second. First, let's look at our other task. We have an agent introduction task. Now, you may think that this is a kind of a silly task, like why would I need to have a task to tell me to speak to the seller? Because you're running a seller automated listing platform and you have so many leads within it, you could have 2 or 3 sellers coming in a day. As those sellers, they might be flat fee, they might be full service. As they're progressing through your platform, it is easy to allow your platform to do all the work and forget to outreach to the seller. So we have a simple task that fires up when the time is right that says, hey, reach out to the seller and say hello. So I'm going to say, yes, we did that. And now we have a MLS draft and put a sign-in yard in Lockbox. Okay. MLS draft, I actually have a team member that does all of our MLS drafts for us. So I never even see this task. I'm going to say, yes, complete. Yes, any disclosures. And I can upload a copy of the MLS draft right here and put a note in right here with the associated task. Once my team member does the MLS draft, there's a task that comes up that says approve the MLS. I get with a seller, I visit with them, I say, hey, does your MLS look good? Your photos are great, everything is complete, your showings are easy, we are ready to go live. And I simply complete this task. When I complete this task, it tasks either myself or my team member to put the property active on the MLS. Now, once again, I'm doing all these tasks really fast, back to back. Typically, they're spaced out either a few hours apart or a few days apart. I'm going to say my showing service is that. Here's a copy of my MLS link. I'm just putting a fake link in here. Normally, I actually go into the MLS and paste my link in. Or if you use some marketing sites, I'll go into that marketing site and copy the marketing URL and paste it right here. Because when you complete this task and I upload the PDF of the MLS right here, when I complete this task and hit save and complete, it's actually texting and emailing the seller saying, congratulations, you're live on the MLS. Here is an email with your marketing link, the PDF of your MLS page, and access to your showing service. So by you simply completing this link, your platform is doing all of that for you. Now watch, when I refresh this platform, property is now active on the market. I have the seller's price, I have my price, we have a marketing score, and we have the automated value, and I can see it's active on MLS, and days on market is officially ticking. Now let's flip over and look at the seller's dashboard, okay? I'm gonna hit refresh, catch it up, and let's see what the seller sees now. Seller sees you're active on the MLS. Notice they have the 85 marketing score. Their days on market is ticking. And notice their dashboard is fully live with a lot more details, a lot more functionality. Let's come in now and look at this marketing score. This marketing score is a very important task, a very important feature in your platform. When you're working with sellers, especially in an automated platform, you need to have a very proactive way to communicate and educate your sellers. That's what the marketing score does. The marketing score is designed so you as the agent, team lead, broker are not the bad guy. You can go to the seller and say, hey, I like all of my sellers to be 90% or higher on the marketing score. That's going to make you and put you in the best position possible for offers. Let's look at your marketing score. I see it's an 85. You can come in here and say, your price looks good. You as an agent said this was worth 405. The system takes a certain variance below and above that. and you can see it's priced just a little bit high. So the price looks good. It's not great. Let's look at the buyer agent commission. This seller chose to pay a 2% buyer agent commission. So your platform is telling them it's a little bit low, and it educates them on what you need and how commissions are perceived and the benefits of them. So for sample sake, let's come in here and say, you know what? I'll raise my commission to 3%. I hit update. So the system right now is updating. Not only is it updating the marketing score to a 90, but it's also notifying you as the agent that the seller made a change. So here now you can see price looks good, competitive, and commission is competitive now. The marketing score is where you need it to be. If the seller were to lower their price, so let's say they lowered it to a 414,900, right? Still a little higher than you recommended, but you know what? It's a heck of a lot closer to where it needs to be. Notice the marketing score went up to a 96%. So now let's go back to the dashboard as a seller. The marketing score is at 96%. They know they're in the best position to sell. Let's come into your side as the agent and refresh the page. Notice the marketing score is now at 96%. And notice you have another task. Pending change to listing. So when a seller makes a change on their side, you have to receive notification of it, and you have to know what did they change so you and your team can keep the marketing current. So let's see what pending change to listing says. Notice it tells you they changed the commission to 2% to 3%, and they changed the price from $424.9 to $419.9. Your task says, has the change been made in the MLS? I'm going to say yes. My team would upload a copy of the updated MLS, and I would hit save and complete, and the task goes away. Also notice your pending changes over here is highlighted in orange. When you click on your pending changes, this keeps a running log of every change the seller makes on the platform. I'm going to click on the most recent one, and notice it opens up the listing information, and it highlights in red what was changed. So we track changes in multiple ways, so you and your team are always updated on what the seller's wanting to do, what their marketing score looks like, and how is this property positioned to sell. Once again, on the seller side, we display the same thing, and marketing score is displayed front and center so you can have these educational and informative conversations with your sellers. On the task flow continues throughout the marketing process. Every 10 days, you'll receive a new task that says, hey, check values, check comps, make sure the seller's positioned to sell. And as offers come in, you'll receive tasks on offers, contract to close. It's a very intuitive system. So no matter if you're the most experienced agent in the world or a brand new agent, the intuitive task built within your platform will guide you and or your team right through the steps needed to ensure this property is being marketed and tracked correctly.